It's Milan Simone with that special time again, the magical manifesting story number 5. That's right, we've gotten through 4 stories of magical manifesting, and we are on our number 5 story, our 5th story. And like promised, I am going to talk about the time that I manifested a boyfriend that looked like Tyson Beckford. Now, why would I say it like that? Well, because he kind of looked like him. He didn't really, he had features that were very similar. So when I was a teenager, this was like my first boyfriend, by the way. So when I was a teenager, my mom was really awesome, and she let us be uber creative all the time. And one of our domains of creativity was our bedroom. And she said, you can do anything you want in your bedroom. You can write on the walls, you can post posters, you can paint, you can do whatever you please. And my sister and I took that to the max. And we used to, without knowing it, make vision boards on the walls. Back then, we just called it a collage. And my sister and I would cut out images that we found interesting or that we liked, like fashion or boys. So we did a lot of magazine cutting and then pasting on the wall. So I have a picture here to kind of give you an idea of like what my side of the room looked like, because we shared a room. So I'm going to cover myself up though. But but right here you'll see this is my side of the room, and I have a peacock feather up here. And my name is written in this little board. And then there's some pictures of some male models. However, I don't have the full image of like all the male models that were up there, or even the pictures of Tyson Beckford, but you can kind of get the idea that I put things up there that I liked, and I also put things together that I thought looked good together. So this is just an idea of like one section of our room and how it looked. So anyway, I have this collage on the wall, and I don't really think anything of it. It's just the way I decorated my wall. So my sister was, at the time, getting involved in music and singing, and so she had met a producer, and she was going to the studio and like trying to really create some type of career out of it. And at the time, the producer was like, I think we should make a group, maybe you and 2 other guys. And my sister was like, okay. So I don't remember what they named themselves. So they started doing rehearsal, and occasionally the 2 gentlemen that were in the group would come over to the house and hang out for a little bit. And I wasn't really included because, number one, I just wasn't interested, and I was definitely one of those children growing up where if I didn't feel interested, I wasn't going to show up. So I never really went to the studio. I never saw what my sister was doing. And then also, I was just younger, so I wasn't really around. So my sister and these 2 gentlemen are hanging out at the house, and then their cousin walks in, and I'm immediately, like, when I saw him, I was like, who is this guy? Like, why do I feel this way? Like, this is funky, like, because I had a crush on guys before, but I was still, like, weird about it, and he was just so good looking that I didn't know what to do with it. And he was, around my age, maybe a year older than I was. And so I remember interacting with him, but not really like making a connection because we were both so shy and like weird. And my sister told me later, she was like, oh my God, he thought you were so cute, like you should talk to him, like he's really great, he's so-and-so's cousin. And I just didn't know how to do that. So anyway, fast forward, my sister and these 2 gentlemen and their cousins kept coming and interacting with us. And we would all go out and hang out and do things. And I was starting to become included in this group. And of course, our crush kind of grew, and then we admitted to each other that we liked each other. And he ended up being my first boyfriend, my high school sweetheart. And so now that you have that idea, this person walked into my life. I didn't go searching for that person. But the kicker of the whole story is that after I was dating him and we were boyfriend and girlfriend, my sister takes a look at my wall and she was like, Greg kind of looks like these people up here. And I was like, oh my God, he does. He has heart-shaped lips, and he has chiseled cheekbones, and he has slanted eyes. But he was more of a caramel color, so he didn't exactly look like Tyson Beckford. If you want to know what Tyson Beckford looks like, then go ahead and search it on Google, and you can see what he looks like. But at the time, I had a major crush on him. So it was funny because of my attraction to this male model and putting it up as my ideal of like men or boys that I would be attracted to. I actually called in someone that was similar, at least in physicality. And this is like one of the first steps of how I learned to really, how I learned that I had some power in calling in something into my life. Until then, I don't think I ever noticed it. It wasn't even a coincidence because I never noticed it. But there I had the images on the wall, and it wasn't just Tyson, it was the mixture, just like you saw in the image. There's also another male model right here. And so it was kind of this mixture of attractiveness, and it manifested, and it walked into my life. I didn't go searching for it. I didn't go looking, going, who looks like Tyson Beckford? I want to date that person. In fact, I was a little bit like put off by it because I didn't understand. Well, that has to do with attraction and stuff. I was uncomfortable with the feeling of being attracted to someone and the vulnerability that came with that. So anyway, just to kind of sum up the story and how we can manifest a divine partner or people or scenarios is really when we have an image. I work good with images. And then you just kind of daydream. And you don't take it for real. You just play with it. And that playing with it usually calls it in. You play with it, you forget it, and then it shows up. Later on, after that relationship ended, I took it even further because I saw that there was something happening. There's some magic happening and calling in people into my life. So I took another advanced step, and I decided to write down what I wanted in my life. And I remember making this really long list. I think I was like 17. I wrote this really long list of things that I wanted in a relationship and a person. And then I folded a piece of paper and stuck it in between my bed and my box spring. And I had this intuition that if I was to sleep on top of it, that somehow I would call this person in. And to be honest, I did. And I met another gentleman who was really great. He had everything on the list that I put on there. And it was a fabulous relationship. And it ran its own course. So I do believe in like putting that focus, intention, but then also letting it go at the same time. And that's the beauty of magical manifesting, is that it's all through fun. It's all through playfulness. It's all through emotion of feeling and passion, but not like power and control. It's completely different. So I hope that you enjoyed this story, magical manifesting story number 5 about my teenage, high school sweetheart boyfriend. So I'll be back with a number 6 in about 2 weeks. Okay, take care. Bye.